4, 3, 2, 1.
And it's live.
Velvet Street to the King Power lights.
We've lived the glory, we've fought the fights.
5,000 to 1. They said no way.
But Leicester City won the day. Leicester till I die. Blue army standing high.
Through the highs and lows,
Foxes always rise.
raise the scars once more.
Hear the city roar. Leicester never quits the fight. Leicester till I die is right. Leicester, 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 Leicester till I die.
Well, good evening, everybody. Why does Google always go slow when you're in a hurry? I look rather red, or is it me? Do I look red?
You look red, Chris, but you also look like a giant compared to me.
I've got my seat on its highest. You've probably got it on its lowest, have you?
And I've got the Windsor Davies look.
Yeah. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Hey, why do they call it green grass?
Hey, now that's been all right, Chris. That's been a bit too cheeky.
You said
No, I'm
it.
sorry. Yes, Warwick Davies. I meant not Windsor.
So what, sorry?
I meant Warwick Davies, not Windsor.
You said.
Oh,
You said Windsor Davies, and if you're old enough to remember when they had that single out, the guy that played T. Sargent was quite a bit taller than him. That's why I went with it.
I know.
That's why I burst
Oh.
into Whispering Grass. Oh my God! No, that's peaked. Thanks very much, everybody. See you next week. Climo's come in. He's on the good ship HMS Pistol League. How you doing, mate? Hopefully see you at lunchtime. For Seattle, and Shane is in. Hello, sir. Highfields is in. Good afternoon, Western Supermare. It's always a great, like that. Where's Wally? I have my own game. Is Where's Highfields? Because he's always somewhere else. That police protection scheme must be costing a bloody fortune. Guinness, is that Guinness, sir?
It is, mate. It is.
Oh.
Yeah. Every now and again.
Tony says, but bit sneaky playing the game early today and half the team missing tonight. I'll tell you, I'm going to say, I agree with you 100% there, Tony. I'm a little bit pissed off.
Go on, Chris. Tell us why.
Well, no, all right. Look, we've just said it's what's what, £5 a game or something. I think I paid $11.99 or something like that for the last three games. I wouldn't have paid if I'd known that half the team weren't going to be there. Some of the new signings were playing earlier, not tonight. I expected this game to be, or the team that he puts out, to be as near to, damn it, the starting 11 against Northampton Town, both of them. That's why it was a big game. That's what I expected to see. It's the last game before we kick off the season. Look, I know it's only the Caribou Cup, but if we can't beat Hartlepool in the Caribou Cup, there's something wrong. That is really disgusting.
Yeah, Tony spot on. It's a bit sneaky, to be honest. I got an alert on my phone. I thought, is this for... And because I briefly glanced at it, I thought, is this for a game in between today and the Cup game? Yeah, and it's like going to see ABBA, isn't it? And you got Benny and Bjorn, a couple of the backing singers, or the girl that does costume design. You know, it's not the same, is it?
No, it's not. I mean, you go to. My example was Phantom of the Opera. I went to see Phantom of the Opera back in when it just started, but I didn't see Michael. What was he called? Who did it?
Crawford.
Crawford, yeah. Mind you, the guy had a mask on. It could have been you there. I wouldn't have known any difference. But yeah, I mean, but you understand with that because they have to have days off and what have you. But it's like Hartlepool. If we go down with because it's only the Caribou Cup, it's only Hartlepool. What are they in the National League or something? And we went along with sort of. Let's say all the youngsters and
Northampton, don't you mean, Chris? Northampton, isn't it, playing?
Northampton, I keep saying
Yeah.
Hartlepool, don't I? Northampton, yeah. You'd be a bit pissed off, wouldn't you, when you draw a big team and then they come down with all the youngsters?
Yeah, it is a shame, really. Yeah, it's just because Jim texted me. He's on the way back from something in the family, and he texted me saying, "Where's Riley Carr?" And because he had a blinding game, and we were trying to work out why Riley Carr wasn't even in the squad. He said he's not even in the squad. Jim was like having a meltdown, I think. Bev was driving, not Jim.
Well, I nearly had a meltdown, and I thought, WTF, Bobby Dakova-Reid. What the bloody hell is he doing in there? Of course, then I got the text. And the thing was, it wasn't a text to say there was a game. There was a text to say the game's now finished.
Yeah.
And again, look, we lost 1-0. I'm sure neither of them were really trying. But at the end of the day, we have to accept Coventry would probably have been favourites going into it. And they are a Premier League team after all. Yeah,
3 really good tests the last 3 games. Really strong tests. And that's without, it'd be interesting to see the lineups because it said not even notified of the lineups, have they? It'd be interesting to see what lineups there were, what squad he took, what lineup was for that Cov game.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't put it out, but let's just have a look. Coventry's Joel LTiDtv header with 10 minutes to go was the winner. Let's have a look. New signing Christine McFarlane, who arrived on loan from Manchester City early this week, got his first run out. Along with academy products, Aluko, Page, Neil, just in case Jim's listening, Carr and Hutchinson all starting at Seagrave. Oh my God! Oh my God! I do not believe my eyes. What is going on here? I'm going to have to do this. Lorenz Hutchinson was replaced by Michael fucking Golding.
Get out!
Yeah, he exists.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
He's a real player, everybody. I mean, Jesus.
He looked good in the under-21s, Chris. He looked. He looked a good player.
He came with a lot of recommendations from Chelsea fans. And look, we all know it was a con. We all know it was Leicester City doing Chelsea, look, a favour. We sold them Kieran. Well, they took off Enzo from us. I think they took Kieran Dewsbury Hall as 30 million as a favour because we were 30 million short, I think, that season. Signed him over 6 years on a 6-year contract. 5 million a season. We bought Golding from them for 5 million. So basically, they got Kieran Dewsbury Hall free for a season, and at the end of that last season, and he played in Europe and got a cup, but he didn't play much in the league. He left them at the end of the season, so they basically got him for free.
Yeah, Chelsea just been fined for something and not. Yeah, that's how it is, Chris.
But that's Leicester as well, though.
Sorry?
That's Leicester that were part of that.
Yeah. I mean, Tony Smith, I don't know whether he's banning Chris. Look, he's mentioning Daka scored today for Hamburg. Hey, love you, Tony.
No, I'm all right with that, Tony, because I mentioned in the Facebook chat that Daka had scored. Well, no, it had 2 assists and 1 goal in the first 29 minutes of his debut for Hamburg. And I'm just saying, it just shows, and I know Germany's a different league, and Hamburg aren't the team they used to be, but maybe if you played him right in a 2, maybe we would have got more out of him.
Well, I think this season that I've been fascinated by how Daka does at Hamburg, and it'll be going to be interesting how his season plays out, because look, we love Varda. Hopefully, he's going to be a statue, but that's a big shadow to play underneath, isn't it?
It is, but if our scouts have been doing their job properly, or whoever brought him in had picked the right striker, somebody who's played 2 up front with Erling Haaland, and we then play him as a lone striker, it's.
But the one thing is, though, Chris, honestly, I don't know whether the nerves got to him, but his touch and his spatial awareness and his ability to be in the box at the right time. Well, was he ever in the box at the right time?
Well, look, he had his uses. I would sooner have him over AU any day of the week. But you don't play him as a lone striker when he's played all his time as a, part of a 2. And when you start to lose confidence, he was never really in any, like with Iheanacho, when he finally got that run, he was our top scorer that season, and he got the confidence. But anyway, he's gone now. But look, this is the lineup today. Stolarczyk is in goal. We have Joseph, Akoli, Nelson, and Thomas across the. Well, I'm saying across the back. I'm guessing that's it, and then Koulibaly.
5 defenders, Chris.
Well, is it? I mean, yeah, because you got Koulibaly there on the left, where Thomas. I think Koulibaly, or one of those 4, might be the one just in front of the back 4, because he likes 4-1-4-1.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to.
So probably he's played that game against Coventry because he must feel that we've got a real depth of strength throughout the squad to play 2 games on the same day.
Well, it's been done before, hasn't it? I think, usually when we play Burton, there's always another game going on at the same time.
I can see why 4 of the presenters in the presenters chat have gone on the Pistol League, HMS Pistol League early, because, I mean, you look at that side in League One, and that should be at least that's a really strong League One side, and yet we've got another squad that played, with a team that played early today. So good healthy position, Chris.
First of all, it's probably the worst kept secret, but I'm going to do this anyway. We did announce it yesterday on the news show, but Tommy Watson has signed on a year-long loan from Brighton. So,
sorry, Chris, I thought you were going for about Sam Tierney.
Why, have we got to sign somebody else?
No, I thought you were going about the Tierney signing for the women.
Oh,
the news.
Look, there's only one woman I'm bothered about in the women's team. So let's just see if it's got here.
That's really interesting.
This is the start. Sorry, Chaplin McCarthy missed Leicester City's opening training session on Friday due to minor knocks. Fuck's sake. I mean, what's the point? It says here, Liam Cullen signing yesterday a strengthened City squad. The attackers arrived from Swansea City, and they've not.
You don't like them calling a striker, though, do you, Chris?
No. If he's going to play two number 10s, that's fine. But don't call this guy a striker, because if you do, what you're doing is putting pressure on him, saying that you want you're expecting goals from the guy.
They're going to be playing. Yeah, they're going to play two, aren't they? Cullen's in midfield, attacking midfield and Deacon.
Which then makes you wonder: are we not going to see Braybrook or Alves?
Well, Braybrook's in there, isn't there?
Oh yeah, no, I mean once the season starts,
Well, I did get a bit upset in the chat because Steve posted what he thought the team might be, and with these new signings, and we might have another couple to come. And my concern is, like I said to Reese, would you rather get automatic promotion and play a lot more of the Seagrave kids, or smash the league? Because a lot of these players that you look in this team here and in the team that played Coventry to only lose 1-0, a lot of these players are championship standard. Let's not beat around the bush. So my concern is whether Russell Martin will stick to his principles of bringing the youth on, or I did think whether, because his reputation was damaged at Rangers, whether he would be that determined to make amends that he went safe and didn't play so many of the Seagrave kids.
Well, funny enough, I didn't really get a chance to speak to him, but my neighbour's daughter's partner's come down with her daughter, and he is a huge Rangers fan.
Right.
Because I was talking to him about the other suitor, if you like. I'm just going to see if Leicester have put the lineups out. No, again, they've just put the squad. Honestly, the club, and also I have to say the Leicester Mercury, have both been absolutely shit when it comes to pre-season and the teams and how they're playing, etc. And when we did the other week, what they were doing on the report was completely fucking different to what they were putting up on screen from the Watchalong. But anyway,
it made for interesting viewing for us, though, Chris. You trying to cope with it?
I was getting well annoyed. Braybrook, Skip, Cullen and Mavididi, and then you got Dakova Reed up front. I've got to say that this starting lineup excites me almost as much as a naked Bella Emberg.
Well, Chris, exactly. I mean, 4-1-4-1. Who'd have guessed? After all, me included, his stubbornness and the formation not changing it. And like you did say, highlight, didn't you? No, just like a couple of other formations.
Yeah.
Like 4-3-3. But I like 4-1-4-1. And I'm fascinated to see how Koulibaly, if he's playing in front of the back four, how Koulibaly does. Because, he's got a few fans in the fan channels, hasn't he, Koulibaly?
I liked him. I don't think he was given a chance. I think we were shit to him, like we have been to a few players that we've signed. But talk to me, do you know Joseph? Because I know absolutely nothing about him.
Well, who's that? Jaden Joseph.
Yeah.
Jaden Joseph.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Yeah. Well,
so he's the one that I think Andy King said he can play he's just a brilliant all-round player, dead intelligent. And I think a couple of lads in the presenters, they said earlier that they think he'll start in front of Aluko, which I prefer Aluko, because I think he's championship level. So it's an interesting problem to have. And it does look like he does like Thomas on the left. He's getting regular starts, isn't there?
Yeah.
And interesting that Nelson's the captain today as well. So he's changed the captaincy around quite a bit, hasn't he?
Interesting, he has. And in fairness, I think that's not a bad idea. I did read why his thoughts on the captain, but I can't remember what it was now. But it's interesting to see, because he can see there, right, I want my captain to do this or be like this, whether it's involved and what have you. And he's having a look and seeing maybe is better at that job.
Yeah, 100%. It's like Ryan says, I think Woyo is on the wing. And I think, like we've talked about, is Cullen going to play on the wing and come in as a late attacker? Because the thing that almost allowed us to stay up is we had JJ, box crushing JJ. Wasn't he absolutely brilliant? And it's going to be interesting. So Cullen can come in from the wide. And I think this team is quite interchangeable, whereas in the other last season or the season before, we were struggling for options. And I think the hard thing for Russell Martin is he's got loads of options.
He has. I mean, I am feeling confident about the upcoming season, but it's like I'm waiting for the Titanic. Do I get on? Don't I get on? I've got my ticket here. And then Tom said yesterday, he's pretty much the same. Do I go back and get a refund or do I get on the boat? Like I say, this to me is disappointing. I mean, and look, you can see the subs there. I mean, the subs, good God. The subs
I had to Google a couple of them, Chris.
Yeah. Toko, is it? Toko was one of them that I had no idea.
Donnelly and Smembo.
I mean, again, great. Let's see them. Only seeing them go up against teams like this is you will know, how good they are, sort of thing. But I would still have liked this to have been my strongest lineup. Because next week, Northampton in the cup, we can't take that lightly. If we're going to piss the league, we're going to have to piss, playing, Northampton in the cup. And I am disappointed with this lineup. But the subs. All right, Borsa in goal, understand. Toko, never heard of him. Ali, obviously, yes. Gray. Donnelly, I'm not too sure about him. Zembel.
They said he's basically he's just done so well in training. He's just gone. His career's just hitting off at the moment. So that's exciting.
I thought Zembel was like a little cheese in a red wine. No, is it not that?
Don't smell my cheese, Chris. Don't mock the cheese.
Whoa,
Chris.
Whoa,
Chris,
wait
that's an Alan Partridge. If you knew Alan Partridge, that's one of his catchphrases.
Is it? Well,
yeah.
Smell my cheese, Wayne. I don't know whether that will be a request of yours that I'll be taking up, if I'm honest. In fact, just get HR's number. Look, a few people in the chat that I have
right.
Moving on very quickly.
Right, saying like Rolo, decent snack there.
Yes. Adrian's in. Hi. Ryan is in. Helen is in. Hi, Helen. How you doing? John. Yeah. False 9. Chris. You could be right there. We were talking about the two tens. I don't understand false 9s. I've got to be honest with you. And John is.
The only thing I'm concerned about, Chris, is that the Seagrave. A few games ago, like when we played the first division Spanish side, Cadiz and Malaga in the Scottish La Liga, is that we were saying, oh, the Seagrave kids, they're good enough. That they're good enough for the Championship level, Premier League. I just don't want to see them demoted if a lot of new players come in.
This is it, isn't it? Right. Just before we go on any further, and I'll come back to that point in a second, let's just do this for us, guys.
Like it, share it, subscribe today, hit that bell and join the team. LTiDtv.
Like watching Sky, isn't it?
That's a great anthem, that is, Chris. People will be singing that in 50 years' time.
If only I should have copyrighted it, shouldn't I? But no, look, it's a good point. That I mean, this Tommy Watson. I always think of who's the English EDF guy. Tommy
Robinson.
I don't know why. That's what I want to keep saying instead of Tommy Watson. But look, I mean, like I say, coming in, he's obviously got that bit of experience, but will he stop somebody making the way through to the team?
That's my worry. When I saw that side, I think Steve suggested it probably be our starting 11 with a couple of gaps to fill. Because the Seagrave kids have done so well, because my view on Seagrave is they should have spent the money on that. If we don't develop, look, selling Monga for, was it 10 million plus add-ons, that don't even cover Seagrave's running costs for the year.
No.
That's it. So it's not paid for itself so far. At Beaver Drive, we brought Chilwell through, Chowdhury, Schlupp, and Kinger, and there's another one as well. Yeah, so Luke Thomas. So we bought all those.
Can you see me, mother?
It's this. I don't know, this new laptop, Chris. It's a state-of-the-art laptop, but I need to sort of get the hammer out to it, I think. Yeah, so Beaver Drive produced...
See if we can contact the dead.
I know. Beaver Drive produced a lot of great first team that were part of our story that were sold on for a lot of money. And Seagrave, for me, hasn't paid for itself.
I think the thing with Seagrave is that, look, we know that we should have got more than 10 million for Monga. Had we been in the Championship or had we been in the bottom half of the Premier League, we probably would have done. But in the situation we're in, we can't. But I do totally. I mean, I said a long time ago, is Seagrave a £50 million a year white elephant? And I look, it's not all about bringing players through at Seagrave. It is all about developing players that we can sell on and we can get some, money for. I think you can say with the players we've sold, the youngsters that we've sold, we have probably covered Seagrave's costs for this one season while we're down here. But look, this is Genoa. And I did say last week that we played Malaga, and that was the strongest team that we'd played so far, certainly when they brought the main players on after half-time. But this, for me, apart from Coventry, is the toughest test for us. I mean, they finished 16th in Serie A last season.
Yeah, I think the way the club, I really do applaud the way the club has set these up the pre-seasons. They gave us a couple of, similar standard games, but I mean the last sort of three have been absolutely top games that have really tested us. And to be honest, look, you could lose all your pre-season, then you go on to have a fantastic season, or you could win them all and have a crap season. But I mean, I think most fans of all the fan channels, people I speak to, my customers, they're all really excited about the upcoming season because of the way we performed in the friendlies against very, very decent opposition.
Yes, I mean, we didn't buckle under, going 2-1 behind to Malaga. We held out. We got the draw. We were lucky not to get the 3 points there. But anyway, that's that is what is getting me excited. And look, I'm not going to count Coventry because they couldn't be asked to tell us, so I'm ignoring Coventry. But that's our pre-season so far. I mean, all right, we conceded more goals in against Malaga than we did all the others put together. But, and I know these are sort of not, they're exercise games, aren't they, really? But it is nice mentally to have a good pre-season.
Yeah, it is. And that 3-3, though, that, we didn't look at that because we'd only let one goal, haven't we, in the previous 4 games. Defensively, we were very good, and considering last season in the Prem, our defence was woeful because we had people who thought they were Premier quality but they weren't performing. But that three goals we let in against Malaga, they were when they brought their subs on at half time, they were all very good players.
Yes, they were.
And what I like about that game, that gave us a really hard test, and we came back and we had, like you said, you were so impressed with the second half weren't you, Chris?
Yes, yeah, no, definitely I was. And I think the players that we brought in, you know, I like what they've been saying. Although, let's be honest with you, they're not going to say, well, you know, I really wanted to go to Man United, but they didn't come in for me, so Leicester will have to do. So they're always going to say nice things, but I think we have, well, maybe once we get rid of Faze, we will, to me, probably the last shit-stirring, can't be arsed player still at the club, to be honest with you. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, and I think, look, Chowdhury has had an attitude problem in the past with different things on and off the pitch. But he's young enough to probably do something about it. Like, the older you get, the less inclined you are to, you know, knuckle down, take direction, because we all think we know more and we don't take no shit as we get older, basically. And I think Winks was just too old. And I think the pre-season, he probably thought, wow, you know, that must have scared the shit out of him, Russell Martin's pre-season fitness routine regime. Yeah. So, great. You know, if it gets rid of those people, and you're right, Chris, Wout Faz is the one that, you know, you've got the wig, you've got the T-shirt, but you want to move on from it, don't you?
It is up there. It's like, I feel a bit like, I don't know, just to show everybody, there's my white Wout Faz tribute, look in the top corner there. I do feel a little bit like Psycho, you know, the guy kept his mum alive with the wig on. I do feel it's a bit like that. At the moment, I'm just watching Matt Elliott being interviewed. I do hope that's not live, because if it is, with 9 minutes to go, that ground is very, very empty. But I doubt it is. But yeah, I do. I'm holding out. I can't get as excited as some of these other guys are, because, you know, we heard it all last season. We're going to piss this league. It's a crap league. Blah blah blah. Yeah, and how crap were we then?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and I think none of us know really what, you know, Russell Martin and his staff, is it Hourahan? Tom says that's not the right way to say it, is it, Tom? Hourahan?
I'm leaving you.
Hooray Henry, something like that. But we don't know, do we? I mean, you've got loads of pieces to the puzzles, and we're only guessing, trying to guess. Because he's got such a lot of choice. You know, I can't remember a season. Yeah, look, we're in League One, but for the league we're in, we've got abundance of riches and players of really good quality. So I can see why people like Clibo, who's normally one of the more negative of the group, he's gone way early, hasn't he? He's gone way early, Clibo.
Not quite as early as Steve, but he has committed his, he has planted his seed very early. And time will tell. But, I mean, look, again, I'm going to keep coming back to this because it has annoyed me. Would you have thought, if you were a manager, would this be the game? And I know they had Coventry early, but this would be the game when you're looking and going, right, stop this messing about with fitness. You know, we're a week off starting the season now. I'm going to put my strongest team out. I want to see what that 11 can do. Because at the moment, look, the team that he's got out there today is not his strongest team. We know that. He's gone again.
I need to sort this out because it's pissing me off, Chris.
Just put a light on.
It's the laptop. It's the setting on the laptop. Yeah, I'll sort it out.
I tell you what, I know what to get you for Christmas. I'm going to get you a pit helmet. Yeah, the miners.
I get what you're saying, Chris, because ordinarily the game before the opening game of the season, you need to put your team out that you think are going to be the mainstay, don't you? I wonder whether he views that. The reason why he's doing this is he views the Northampton game as maybe the one where he'll do that. so he doesn't need to do it today.
So what everything we've been saying about people going early and all this, that, and the other, how do you think it will react if we lose that Northampton game? Because he's picked 11 that haven't actually played together in a proper match. They may be doing in training.
I think because he's a confident cocky bugger, stroke confidence, I think he will think that how is
mentioning those comments. Sorry, carry on, Wayne.
Oh dear. Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm going to leave you with that because I'm going to go and get in, because I did have a pint when I started and I've gone down to that now, so I'm going to need another one. You carry on, I'll be back in a minute, mate.
Okay, mate. Yeah, I know, Clibbo. It's going downhill fast, isn't it? I do wonder what people in the chat, everybody thinks about what would be there. If anybody in the chat had to write down their starting 11 based on everything they've seen so far in the pre-season, what would that be? I think Steve put his in. There are only a couple of, there's Braybrook in there and Alves, but a few of the new signings were in there. And you can get it because they are really high quality. Yeah, that's probably true, Paul. That's probably true. I do think maybe if it was in the Championship, he might be playing things different. But I wonder whether Russell Martin thinks, as a few of the presenters on this channel do, that we're going to piss the league. I wonder whether he's got a piss the league poster on his office wall. Yeah, spot on, Clibber. That is true. That is true. And I think there's a lot of positive. All the customers I asked, they're all dead positive about the season's come. The fan channels are saying it. There's a lot of love for Russell Martin. And I do wonder what percentage of us fans didn't want Russell Martin. I certainly didn't. But he seems to be delivering. And interestingly, he does, as Chris and the lads have been saying, he does seem to like the 4-1-4-1. Which for me, Chris, 4-1-4-1, that to me says he's not being stubborn. And in that interview with Gary Lineker, that about 50-minute interview he did with him after the Rangers, well, lost the Rangers job, he said it really hurt. I've gone away from it. He says, he said in the Premier League, I changed things too much. And I swapped around too much and I should have been more stuck to my guns, but also just be more aware of the players I got. So from that interview, it did seem like Russell Martin had learnt things. And 4-1-4-1, I didn't see that coming. Did you?
No, not at all. And interestingly, Arteta has been at Seagrave watching, because he played, and this was the gentleman next door, he's a Rangers fan, like I say, and he was saying that Arteta had been, because they used to play together at Rangers. There's always one of my best friends is Russell, and I've come to see him and his tactics. And I'm thinking, maybe this is why Arteta's only just won the league. You know, I mean, if he's trying to base himself on Russell Martin. I tell you what, I don't know if can you see the telly at the moment?
No, mate, no. I've got a
It looks like it's a women's game. There is hardly any fans on the far side opposite the cameras.
I mean, it's not surprising, Chris. So they had a game earlier.
Yeah, but that was
an open training session as well, didn't there? So some of the fans, a few of the fans went down. I think quite a few went down, actually. If you got a family and you got work commitments, you can't go to all of them, can you?
No, you can't. But was the training, was there a cost for training? Did you have to pay for that?
No, if you're a Fox member, you got in for free.
Oh, right. And I know.
I was thinking of going down, but unfortunately, I'd got work and I couldn't get there.
I used to think about going down. I never did, and that's probably why my wife left me. But anyway, it's like watching a women's game, this, because it's so. But like you say, I mean, I know there was no fans earlier. OMG, it is totally and utterly empty. That is embarrassing.
Thing is, it's Saturday night, Chris. It's a lot of people probably have family barbecues.
Yeah. Anyway, the teams are coming out, mate. I'll let you go. I will see you at half time. Thank you very much. And fingers crossed.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Right, let me press the right button. There we go. Thanks to Wayne for holding on there. So the teams coming out, and it is a really looking at the lineup now, guys. It is 4-1-4-1. Joseph, Nelson, Okoli, and Thomas at the back. Skip in front of them in his normal role. Koulibaly, Braybrook, Cullen, and Mavididi are the four in front of Skip, and Dakova Reed up front. I'll leave the team up in the top corner there for you. And let's have a look. Genoa are playing a 3-4-2-1. So 3-4-2-1 for Genoa. It is Clippo. It certainly is. That's, excuse the headphones, because I've had to pay for this like everybody else, and I'm watching it on my computer because I can't watch it on my telly. And this is because this is my main computer for doing the shows. This is my main computer for. They're just announcing another incoming, but it's the Tommy Watson one. So I'm surprised, because normally our final pre-season game of the season. Yeah, I think you could be right there, Paul. It was said earlier, but I think you're right. And I'll go through it, but we've played some really good teams in the past. Real Madrid, obviously, is one of them with Jose. I was there. I've got the mug somewhere. Don't think it's one of those up. It's not the nicest of mugs, but I've got a mug. But Leicester are in all blue, and I have got changed because the other one was a little bit tighter than I was hoping, as is this one, so I may have to change this one as well. And Genoa are in all white. And let's hope that it'll be all white on the night for Leicester. Thank you. Right, so they've we're going to have a minute's silence or a minute's applause. Franco Baresi, Italian football player, 66, 1 year older than me, is passed away. So they're going to have, I think they're going to have an ovation rather than a minute's silence. There we go. Well observed by everybody but Matt Elliott, who talked over it at the start. Clibo, if you're here, do you want to come in at half time with Wayne? Then I can go off and have a bit of a break between the two halves. So Leicester, they're playing When You're Smiling. I wish they'd get something else. That is so... I'd play that at a funeral. Cheers, Clibbo. You're a gentleman, sir. Just gives me a chance to go and have a break. Cheers. Don't know whether Reese is watching it or not, is he, mate? So Dakova Reed. I know, armchair. So we are underway. Dakova Reed passing it back to Braybrook. And Leicester are in all blue. And they are playing from left to right. Such an empty stage. This is kind of, I'd say, embarrassing. I think you see more for a women's game. So Leicester player goes down. Braybrook, a nice bit of movement there. Jaden Joseph down this right-hand side. He's right into the box. Oh! And he took a shot. I've got to say, fair play, Jaden Joseph there. What a run from his own half. All the way down into the box, Genoa box. It kind of opened up for him. But it was over the top. He tried to chip the keeper, which he was never going to from there, because the keeper was on his line. But a good run by Joseph. I'm just looking here, guys, at we had Celtic and Inter Milan in 2005. City took on Real Valladolid in August 2009. And we won that 1-0. A year later, we took on Sunderland and we lost 2-1. We played Real Madrid in 2011. Celtic or Martin O'Neill Sunderland returned in 12. Atlanta in 2019. So we've had some really, really good teams turn up. This is how good the Leicester Mercury are, right? They posted this at 8 minutes past 7 tonight. Things to watch out for. This is the Leicester Mercury. So this is journalists that are paid to do the job. After 6 weeks of hard running, 4 wins and 1 draw, Leicester City's pre-season concludes on Friday evening when they face Serie A side Genoa. Wow. And that is Josh Holland. Jordan Blackwell in disguise, Josh. You're getting paid to do this and you're coming up with that shit? Good God. I mean, does anybody actually pay so they don't have to go through the paywall? Yeah, Paula, I agree. Totally negative. Totally. Right, my screen's gone down. There we go. There we go. So, at the moment, it's Genoa in white. Don't get a free kick there. No. Braybrook. Ref said play on. Like you said, Genoa are a Serie A side, but bottom half of the table. Of course, it was Cremosi with Jamie Vardy who took the final relegation place. 103 of you in. Thank you very, very much. Really do appreciate it. Please do like the video. It's free of charge and it does help promote it. Oh! Oh, Koulibaly there. There's Steffi Mavididi and Koulibaly both going up the centre. I think it hit Mavididi on his arm. Well, it did because there's a free kick being given, but Koulibaly hit it over the top anyway. But no, if you can like the video, that would be fantastic. Really appreciate it. It's free and it does help the channel. And subscribe if you like what we do here. We don't take ourselves too seriously. We don't take anything too seriously, as you probably saw at the start. It's all about having fun and banter. Maybe we should call this channel eight mates down the pub or something. So played out by Genoa, but it's Leicester win it back, and they now get it back in the Genoa half. I mean, if our other team earlier, I have to say, yeah, I can see what you're saying, Spencer. I mean, but, you know, I remember when I went to watch Real Madrid, it was packed. And this is a Serie A side. They've probably brought more fans than Leicester have. At the moment, it is all Leicester. We're on the far side. Ben Nelson playing 1-2. Oh, Babe up there. I don't know whether that was intentional, but he sold a dummy. I think he may have done it himself as well. Oh, Jay, you're probably right. You're probably right. But look, it is a cost thing. We do know how expensive it is. But it's funny, when we've done these games in the past and they've been free on YouTube, we've had bigger fans. And now that we're paying, LTiDtv is playing it back to a colleague, Skip, a Coley, to Joseph, who has really impressed me. That went down way too easy. So, again, Leicester are very much. Oh, they've lost it. But we are. Now, hang on a second. Genoa coming away down this left-hand side. Up against a Coley. Coley does get a touch on the ball. Oh, he's pulling his shirt there. But he did. They have had to play it now back to the halfway line. So Coley did do his job. Just bear with me. I'm going to put a fan on here, guys. I've got more fans in my flat than I think there are at the King Power. Remember, guys, no spoilers, because the way the internet works, everybody could be watching it at a different stage of the game. So no spoilers, please. Yeah, first corner here for Genoa on the near side. Of course, Genoa was kicking right to left. Comes in. Oh, what's that? Is that another? No, it's a goal kick this time. I do think, like I say, with the pre-season games, they don't really tell you anything. It is very much a fitness thing, but of course, it's just the confidence it gives you. It is the confidence. So still, Leicester can't get out their own half at the moment. Skip with the ball now. Joseph back to a Coley. Thomas, you can't, unfortunately. It's on the Fox's website, LCFC.com, and you have to pay. I think it's 5 or 6 quid. Now, LTiDtv gets the ball off Skip, but the flag's gone up. He's offside again. I did like the way he responded there. But yeah, it isn't, in this country, it isn't gratis. I don't think, because it's a club videoed game, I don't think you'll pick it up anywhere free. So stay and listen to my dulcet tones. We'll be joined, as you said, by Wayne and Clibbo at half time. A free kick to Leicester. Number 73 for Genoa, I think, had a high foot. Genoa actually are coming down to Bournemouth in a week or so. Oh, that's a free kick, Mr. Referee. Yeah, a Coley running through there. Oh, it's Tuesday they play Bournemouth, just as I say it. Guy from LTiD, LCFC says it. Tuesday they're playing Bournemouth. I thought we might have a Bournemouth fan popping in just to listen to how Genoa are doing. Now, good chance for Leicester here. It's crossed into the box. Oh! Braybrook. The cross came in from Thomas. Braybrook jumped, got his head at it. Fortunately, was straight at the goalkeeper. Wasn't a hard save, but he didn't hold on to it. Let's have a look here. LTiDtv. Thomas overlaps. LTiDtv plays the ball. It's dinked in there. Oh, and Braybrook either side, it would have probably been a goal, but it was straight out. But we've got a corner on the near side, on the right, as we say. Leicester City kicking left to right. And it's Thomas free kick in. It's gone out for another. No, it's gone out for a goal kick. It's gone out for a goal kick. Just going up to 12 minutes gone, and we are 0-0. Yeah, I do like it as a colour, Spencer. I just don't like the gold on the arms. But the home one's growing on me. I do like the sort of the subtle stripes in it. Leicester back to playing out from the back again. We lose it, but we get it back. Advanced number 8. There you go. That's what they call them. Yeah, a good move by Leicester, but it didn't come off for them. And Genoa have the ball back to their goalkeeper. I said the last thing we want here is an injury. I noticed they've changed some of the times already for some of the games, but that is something we're going to have to get used to. I think we're going to be on telly a lot. And when we first got relegated to the Championship, when Enzo came in, we were the biggest draw in the Championship, and we were on telly a lot, and I think we will be this season. Now, Genoa come down this left-hand side. Cuts inside. Just plays it off to a teammate. And they play it all the way back to the keeper. Leicester will be happy with that. Oh, good tackling there. That was Skip. Now, Koulibaly down this wing. Oh, tried to get the cross in, but it stopped from going out by the keeper because it was deflected. So Koulibaly is playing, I think, on the, well, he is, I know, I saw it, on the on the right of the front four, because it's 4-1-4-1, so he's on the right of that. Oh, he did get a corner. It did go out. I thought it did. No, Scott, I said before, unfortunately, you can pay for it and watch it on Fox's Hub. That's the only way you can see it, I'm afraid. Thomas now, right-footed, corner, and it's headed back. And it's that Nelson header, apparently, but it wasn't a very good header. Sorry, Nelson. Quarter of an hour gone. There's a fair crowd of Genoa fans, and they're making a lot of noise. Ooh. So again, Italy are in this domain of actually playing. The goalkeeper to take the goal kick and pass it straight to the keeper. Get that? Don't get that at all. Thank you for everybody who's come in and joined us. Really do appreciate your support. Oh, that's a free kick, is it? Yes. Leicester brought down the player, so it's a free kick just inside our half for Genoa. A short free kick taken. Genoa back in their own half, but they've come out now with the ball over the top. Flag was late going up there, which was a good job because there was no Leicester defenders back. The ball that went over the top completely cut out all the Leicester defenders, but it's yeah. But all these flags are always late. At the moment, it's Genoa who are being the more front-footed. Leicester playing it out well, though. Joseph down to Koulibaly on this right-hand side. Tries to get it back down to Joseph, but it was just a little bit too late in trying to get that to go. They haven't got it clear yet, Genoa, but they might do now as they come down the left-hand side. Baybrook comes across. They've still got it here, Genoa. Sorry for yawning. I've been up since 6 o'clock with the radio show. Well, nobody could get the ball off that Genoa player, but Ben Nelson did eventually, and it's offside again anyway. Ooh. As you can see, it's not an overly exciting game at the moment. So Leicester now. Oh, lovely ball. Lovely ball. Through the defence to Koulibaly, who's now on the left. Goes back to Leicester on the halfway line, though. The advantage kind of gone for a minute. Mavididi! Oh, Cullen! Oh, Cullen should have done better. Nelson had the ball. Passed it through. Koulibaly, I think it was. Oh, he should have done better with that. Should have done better with that. 2 saves from Cullen there. He was wearing number 11 today. It's a corner, though. No, it's not. It's a throw-in. Oh! Joseph had a shot there. I tell you what, we're not scared of having shots today. And there's going to be another corner. That's a shot and a bit from... I think it was going over anyway, but the goalkeeper wasn't taking any chances. Cheers, everybody, by the way. So it's Thomas again, left-footed on the left-hand side for Leicester. It's a very long one, all the way over, headed back in, headed straight back at their goalkeeper. I know what you're thinking. Posh today, Chris, you're having it in a glass. Yeah, it has been. Certainly their goalkeeper has been busier. Was that a free kick? I don't think that was. I think Thomas harshly done by then. Still, not had an awful lot to do, it's got to be said. So it's a free kick quickly taken on this near side for Genoa, all the way back to the keeper. It was just in front of their own fans. They've got a little enclave there. All through, Salarchik comes out. I think it was an offside, yeah. The flag's gone up anyway. They can't get this offside right, thank goodness. Genoa. So it's been quickly taken. Cody Nelson Thomas. LTiDtv been forced back. Does he get the foul? Yes, he does. Free kick shortly, a short back pass to Salarchik. Oh, I don't like this played out from the back. I really don't, guys. 9 passes before we get it up to midfield, and then we lose it. 0-0, Russ. 0-0, mate. I haven't put the score up yet because there isn't one. We're not to take this opposition lightly, though. Like I said, they are a Serie A side. Oh, nice turn from the Genoa player there. Left Leicester standing. And Salarchik! Oh, my goodness me. Again, the flag was up. Salarchik, he had to come out. He came out, cleared it, but cleared it against the Genoa player. And it went out behind the goal. Have a good evening, Russ. So, but it was offside again anyway. There's been a lot of offsides by Genoa. A name I've not mentioned much yet, but it won't surprise you. Very free kick in an awkward, well, very good position for Genoa. Yeah, a player I haven't really mentioned an awful lot of this evening, although I have just seen him there now, and that's Reed. He took the kick off, but I've not really seen much of him since then. On paper, it probably should be Genoa, and because of the side we've got out, which probably isn't our first choice, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a tight game. But when the ball comes in, and it's poor free kick, I take a draw. I know I'm sitting on the proverbial there, but they should be favourites going into this. So now it's all the way back with the opposition keeper. No, we're not. We had a behind the closed doors friendly earlier, which nobody really knew about, against Coventry, and they won 1-0. We conceded with 10 minutes to go. So no, and that was at Seagrave behind closed doors, like I say, and out for a corner. Yeah, I think I would agree with the commentator there. We have been the better of the two sides so far, but we've not put the ball in net. So Baybrook with the corner. So this will be right-footed on the left-hand side. Have a look what Baybrook can do with this corner. It's into the mix. Nelson went up, headed it, but it went wide. It went wide. But yeah, it was an as I said here, it was an opportunity. Yeah, it wasn't the best of headers, I have to say. Well, it was a good header. It just had no direction on it. If you look above Ashua, is it? Zalachik way out again. If you look there you can see the team that's out. Would you call that our best side? Because again, it's all about opinions. All about opinions. Again, Leicester playing it around the back, Mr. Larchik. So, can Leicester break away now? Mavrididi's got the space down that left-hand side. He's doing his step-overs. And guess what, guys? He loses it. Has he got quality, Mavrididi? All he's very good at is jumping over the ball. Over Reed. Oh, is that Joe? Oh, can Josie keep it in? Yes, he will. Plays it in. Oh, it came back then. It was a lovely ball in. Came off another Leicester player of the offside, and it came back to Koulibaly. Oh, Koulibaly, and I think it hit Dakova Reed. Yes, it did, who was in an offside position. But Dakova Reed just couldn't get out of the way. That's not really his fault. At the moment, we're looking good. I'm going to say that. At the moment, we're looking good. There's a free kick, I think, here to Leicester. Skip was down. Right. So, free kick to Leicester midway in the opposition half. Baybrook. Left hand up. Goes up into the mix. Oh! Off the line again! Oh, and it's been dropped. The goalkeeper dropped. No, it's a foul on the keeper. Foul on the keeper. Keeper had it and he dropped it. I think that was a Coley there. Oh, he tried to go for the header. He didn't go. Yeah, that it wasn't. I mean, the goalkeeper didn't have control of the ball at all. Coming up to the half-hour mark, Leicester City 0, Genoa 0. But it has to be said, we are the better side. I have to say, if they were playing Bournemouth now, I think Bournemouth would be ahead. Bournemouth would be winning. A through ball there, but it was all the way through to the Genoa keeper. Definitely busy with the two keepers. Oh, Jaden Joseph accused of foul in there, and a very quickly free kick taken. Excuse me. The half-hour mark has been crossed. Interestingly, no hydration break. So Genoa now come down the lovely play by Genoa. It was down the left-hand side, then it went into the middle. There was a great overlap by Genoa. Crossed the ball in and skipped with a nice neat header. Ant, you devil, you! How the devil are you, sir? How the devil are you? It's been years. It's been years. I'm like a bride's knickers on a wedding night. I'm up and down, mate. How are you? It's lovely to see you. Now, it's a bit too hard for LTiDtv. It's gone out for Genoa throw-in. This was my old season ticket buddy. He's giving instructions on this. Good to see somebody actually giving instructions on the halfway line rather than just getting a notebook out. Great, Ant. Great news. Have you kept your season ticket for this coming season? Baybrook, looking for options. Skips there. Baybrook. Now to Thomas. Good short passing movement this from Leicester. LTiDtv. Leicester give the ball away. Ben Nelson, actually. Not sure what happened there. That was a booking. It's a booking for, I'm guessing it's going to be Nelson, is it? Bit harsh, Mr. Referee. Yeah, I love the banter where we are. I hated giving my season ticket up, but I had one, as you know, with my lad, and he was going off to university. And to be honest with you, I couldn't afford it. And a couple of years after that, as you know, you've been through illnesses yourself. That makes that cocks things up. I don't have a car now, so it would be getting there. So Leicester coming forward down the left-hand side. We are using these wings very well. LTiDtv, not the best of passes, but he got the ball back. Skip to Akoli. Got Joseph here to help him out. Joseph cuts inside. Oh my, this guy, he is. Oh, it was Skip that got booked. Sorry. LTiDtv. Oh, is he going to get a corner? Yes, he is. Oh, I appreciate that, Ant. I missed you as well. We had some banter. It was a laugh. And it's great. And you do get that at football when you go regularly. And of course, we both had season tickets that season, the Great Escape season. I can still say you can all thank me for winning the league because I didn't renew my season ticket. That's law. But it was a good section to be in. SK4, I believe it was, if my memory serves me right. Oh, that's another corner. We are racking these corners up. But yeah, it was great banter, great banter. We're in 3. And which one we were in? I remember being with you when we beat Man United 5-3 that time. Leicester, Cullen had a header in, but it was easily taken by the keeper. It's a quick boot upfield, finally gets through to the Genoa player, and Nelson brings that player down, and he's going to get booked. Well, Matt Elliott says we're both justified. I think it was harsh, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, that game, mate. That game, we were all in complete disbelief. And I still don't know who the one. I think next to me wasn't a season ticket holder, so that game it was a poor lady, and I ended up in her lap, and the third goal went in. I think it was. We all thought it was going to go so well that season, didn't we? 36 minutes gone. Leicester City 0, Genoa 0. We have had the best of the game though. Hey, but somehow keeps hold of the ball. I'm not sure how. It's ended up with Koulibaly on this side. Hey, what a season that was. I think, obviously, the fact that we had a good start and then we went on to such an awful run to then stay up, that made the staying up even better. If we'd been mid-table all season, what a boring season it would have been. Anyway, 0-0. Like we say, 37 minutes gone. Not sure what's going on here. Their goalkeeper, Undercover Reed, who's not really been in it. The best memories, mate. The best memories. I get asked by this. I was asked by this on Talk Sport just after the end of the season. Would I go and do it all again, knowing that I'm going to get relegated down to League One at the end? Too bloody true, I would. I'd do all of that again, even if we ended up where we are now. Maybrook on the ball. Skip. From Thomas. Thomas is on the right-hand side at the moment. Now he's having a little wander over to the left, but Skip's filling that role at the moment. You know, what we've done in 10 years, some teams don't do in 100 years. So, Mavididi, Skip went for the overrun there. Has it been kept in or is it out? No, it's a Leicester throw. Midway into the half on the far side, Thomas takes it very... Oh, no, he hasn't. Yes, he has. He took it very quickly there. And we completely messed it up and it goes out on the far side for the Genoa throw. Very sloppy. Look, I mean, I think the fact that we got it free last season, we do have it free the season before, I think was probably why the fans are a bit pissed off at having to pay this season. Oh, Stolarczyk having to come out And again, it was offside yet again for Genoa. But I paid 12 quid for 3 games. I couldn't see one game for that if I'd gone live. So I know, Ant. I know. Oh, is Joseph onside? Koulibaly plays it across. Oh, it was a lovely ball through, and the flag hasn't gone up. So Koulibaly there with a great run down this right-hand side. He seems to. Matt Elliott saying it there. He seems to just. He doesn't do it. He has to have a think about it, and that kind of just slows him down a little bit. Lets the striker get back. Tell you what, sheep, buy a £5 fun emoji for the channel, and then we'll give you the £5 back. How about that? There's the deal. Now, what happened here? Nelson's gone down. Oh. I think it's gone down, Nelson. This could be bad. He's off the pitch. Yeah, I think it is his knee. Not looking good. Not looking good for Ben Nelson.
Subscribe today, hit that bell and join the team.
LTiDtv. LTiDtv.
So, they are having a drink, but it's not an official hydration break. No, he's still down, Ben Nelson. Ant. Oh, always used to call you Mr. Sympathy. Fair dues. Fair dues. No, he's having to be. He's hobbling off. He's got two physios, doctors, making him up walking off. Russell Martin's gone all the way round to the other side now to see him. Oh no, it's on the same side. Sorry. Jim Bob, how you doing, mate? Only in America. Fingers crossed. He is a smart guy, Russell Martin, with his white shirt on there with the gold Fox's crest on. Well, he was walking, so he wasn't actually taken off on a stretcher. So I suppose that's reasonably good news. Look, we've been there before getting injured and late pre-season games. Oh, Thomas cut that out well. Yeah, like I said, I don't think we brought anybody on at the moment. We're playing with 10 men. We have had 2 bookings, of course. Two minutes add-on. So Ben Nelson is off. And Jake Evans is on. So Tom, to explain this as best we can, Thomas has gone to central defender, Koulibaly over to the left, and Jake Evans has come on. And obviously he's more of a, he's gone into the midfield wing role of Koulibaly. So we've only got a couple of Baybrook out to Evans. What can he do? Plays it back to Baybrook. Skip now. Koulibaly is now on left back, having been on the right wing, but needs must, as they say, needs must. No, was that? Oh no, I would say is that a penalty, but it's gone the other way. So LTiDtv tries the back heel, but he loses it again. From the halfway line, it's played all the way back to Jakob. Left foot's it out, and that is the half-time whistle. That is the half-time whistle. So at half-time, it is Leicester City 0, Genoa 0. Let's bring the 2 gentlemen in. We've got Mr. Wayne and we've got Mr. Clibo, who's also having a problem with his seed. Gentlemen, 0-0 at half-time. I am going to go off and give my voice a rest. Thanks very much for joining us. I'll let you 2 chat away.
Good. Oh, here I am. All right,
Clibo, you're all right, mate. I'm just going to switch the light on, Clibo, with 1 minute.
All right, then. Right, let's get in the chat your thoughts. I actually thought that was pretty impressive. I mean, it wasn't the most exciting side when you look at it on paper, but, I mean, you've got to give credit to the coach in there because, in my eyes, they look like a side that's been playing together for quite a few years. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, Wayne.
100%, 100%. You know what I'm really impressed with? I made note. I'm impressed by the movement into space for the teammates to pass, and the energy of the press as well. We were forcing them into, and they're a good technical side, and we were forcing them into rush passes, passing the ball to our players, and I felt we were in control of the game apart from a couple of breakaways.
Yeah, I think it's always going to happen because, you know, particularly with that system, there are going to be counters where, and again, it means that the team have got to be extremely fit to get back very quickly. And I actually think they look pretty good doing that. I thought Skip, you know, although he's making simple passes, we were all saying, oh, he's not going to fit the system because, you know, he's not known for his passing ability. But I thought he passed. He's clearly been told to pass, you know, don't do anything clever. But I thought they're almost telepathic. It was very quick one-touch passes. There were some lovely little flicks. And And I think, again, Braybrook is making things tick. He looks different gravy. Now, I remember watching him before him and Alves before the injuries. And I thought then, these boys are going to be good. Obviously, those injuries have slowed their progress. But in some ways, you know, they've been forgotten about. It's almost like two new signings for me.
100%. I remember Braybrook. He was viewed as like a mini Modric, wasn't he? But the way he played, he was that good. He got vision. He knew that where everybody was around him. And you can see in the game today, he's completely spatially aware. And the best players, before they receive the ball, they've already got the snapshot of where everybody is before they receive the ball. And that's Braybrook. I mean, sometimes in the middle of a group of players, he'll bounce pass it out or he'll hold on to the ball, feint, and then turn around 180 degrees and progress with the ball. He's like a Rolls Royce, isn't he? He's fantastic to see.
Yeah, I think one of the things is the key to, you know, when you know you've got a good player on your hands, it's when he's in tight spaces and with one little movement, he creates a big amount of space. I mean, he dummied a ball, didn't he, that came up on the right, and he completely he completely bamboozled that bloke, and he gave him a load of space. The game opened up. I thought JJ was very positive, and I think, I mean, Aluko's got some competition there, you know, because I would say Aluko is probably the better defender, but I think going forward and in this system, I wouldn't be surprised to see JJ start.
Yeah, a few games ago, Aluko, we were all thinking, yes, Aluko's getting his chance. He's showing what he can do. And of course, I think yourself and maybe Steve sort of says, JJ probably starts in front of Aluko. And I didn't like that because it's been such a long time since Aluko's. Because last season he should have been played, shouldn't he? He should have been played in our rubbish defence.
Yeah,
because it couldn't have been much worse. But you got to say that JJ is a complete right back, isn't he? He's just brilliant. He gets right up, right back, and he's got the intelligence to know where he needs to be as well.
I actually think, and even on the other side, I mean, you've got to look at. I mean, everyone slagged the guy off, Thomas. We've all done it. I've done it, and I I've got a soft spot for him. But I thought his corners were really good. They were into dangerous areas. Really good set piece play. I thought he looked composed, considering where we are in pre-season. You know, there's still a couple of weeks to go. I thought he looked sharper, fitter, stronger. And like you say, we're playing a side that's been stalwarts in that league. I think they've dropped down once and came straight back up. You know, so they're no mugs. You know, they're a little bit like the Crystal Palace, I should imagine, or just, you know, but they have got some technical players. I thought Cullen.
Do you think it's interesting? Sorry, mate. How he's getting us to do in swingers, Braybrook in from the left and Nelson from the right. Yeah, I think I heard you mention that the other day actually, and it did it hadn't dawned on me until you'd said it. But absolutely, I think a little bit sharper Nelson would have scored, and I think Braybrook probably should have scored as well. Koulibaly was unlucky, obviously, with hitting Deco Reed. I mean, you couldn't get out of the way of that. That's for. I mean, he was proper advanced up the pitch, wasn't he? I'm just trying to look at any more positives. I thought Jakob looked calm. He looked assured. There was one time when he was offside, that was a bit of a cock up, but I didn't think he looked panicked when he was passed back. He dragged it back with his top of his foot, bottom of his foot, dragged it back, created a bit more space for himself. A player came down the centre, to the centre. Your wide men have then made space, and he's got options. And it happened so quickly. I thought that was really, really good. So I've got no complaints with Jakob. No, 100%. And it's like the guy said, new page for them all. And that's one thing Like Cifuentes, he labelled himself. He said, I believe in the high press. I believe in high energy. We win the ball higher up, which then means we can break quickly and get attempts on goal. It just never happened. And this is the first season that I'm thinking we are high pressing at selective times. Sometimes on the break, we had 5v5 or 6v their 7, and we never committed those numbers forward in previous seasons. And yet, we still look I'd say we still look defensively solid. So it's crazy how we're playing higher up the pitch. And then I think, look, Skip and Nelson got booked and Skip was pulling back a little bit. And I think he didn't need to do it in a couple of situations, probably panicked. But we look, even when they're on the break, I think we look quite well covered at the back.
Yeah, I think so. I think one of the things I was looking for particularly is when they had a break on. If we gave the ball away or they got it from whatever advantage they had, I thought, let's have a look at the positioning when we're going defensive, and it was clear. You could clearly see, blue against white. It's a contrast, so it's easy to see, but you could clearly see the back four. And everybody was in a position very quickly. Now, the difference between this, like you were just saying about Cifuentes, the difference for me, the ideas are probably very similar, but the difference for me is the fitness. It looks incredible. And I would go far as to say that this team would have beat last season's championship team.
100%, mate, because I made a note saying, do you think this team would have got relegated from the championship? No, not in the slightest. No,
I think it would have finished somewhere around mid-table, based, and that's with kids, and it makes you realise that we've been holding these kids probably back a year too much. There's quite a few of those kids that could have gone out on loan. But, they didn't, and we are where we are. But I have to say, I've been largely impressed. And Chris obviously said at the beginning, and I agreed with him, that this was not a side that you would look at and go, oh, I'm glad I paid the money to go watch. But all in all, I mean, I think we've just put a nice spin on things. Chris, what's your opinion on on it so far?
I'd like to know how many games Genoa have played, and whether this is their strongest lineup or not. Because we had that with Malaga, didn't we? It was their first game, and in that first half we thought, this is not. And then they brought the big guns on at half time, and they overran us a little bit.
Clibo's just taking a big swig of wine to reply to you, Chris.
It's Vimto in a wine cup.
Yeah. This is apple juice. Just happens to be fizzy.
Yeah.
Overall, I think we were the better team. I don't think they've worried me at all. Not the most exciting game, but we put some good moves together. Still playing out from the back. I'm going to have to get used to that for another season. That's not going to go away. But I think we're the better team. I mean, I thought Baybrook was good. Joseph, oh my God. I mean, how good is he?
Yes, I think we were just discussing that while you were gone for a break, is that I think he will start. I do. I think he's not as good defensively. Not a lot in it, but he's not as good defensively as Aluko. But what I would say is, with this system, he makes things tick going forward. He's like it's like Wayne said. He's the complete right back, or he will be.
Yes. Yeah.
I hope.
What on earth is going on here? You've got freaking service.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Deary me.
Thank you. What?
Did you just pay somebody next door to come and do that to make yourself look good?
Yeah.
They are the nicest members.
It's your home help, isn't it?
Hey!
Meals on wheels, Chris.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Here's me, Chris. This is what I'm eating, mate. Walker's crisps.
They're Romanian, and it's in their tradition that on certain days they share food with the neighbours, and they're so nice. I mean, God, I'm just looking at it. I mean, oh, I'm going to try a bit of sausage here.
I'll tell you, is this a football stream or come dine with me?
You've
There's
got
a lot of cultures welcome with food, don't they? And do food for people. It's, you know.
That
Yeah.
I don't
What's
know
this
what
match day food review?
they obviously
Footy
have.
scran.
There you go. I'm gonna have to. You two carry on.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
this
but
is
JJ in the last game, you know, against Malaga when they were doing the switch ball and they had a player who was hugging the touchline, JJ was sort of out of position, but unlike wow, 1,000 different people, he dealt with that really well. He got back in position, he dealt with it, and that's disgusting, Chris. Absolutely disgusting.
What's your thoughts on Akoli?
She's even got me cider.
Outrageous.
Oh.
Outrageous. Anyway, forget.
Yeah.
Can I ask
Wayne,
what you guys think about come back from Come Dine With Me to I couldn't time that better, could I really?
No.
Or she. What do you think?
Almost
guys
like you planned it.
I honestly say I didn't. Koulibaly, what did you think of him?
Yeah, I think he's going to be very useful. And I said this when we got relegated. If we can keep him, I think he'll be useful. I mean, look, he's gone from the right to left back. He just slotted in. And I think I'm not a massive fan of too many utility players. Like I said in the comments yesterday on the stream, but you do have to have one or two. And I think he's going to be very useful. I'd like to keep him. The Nelson thing is the thing that's bothering me.
It is, but now I've got 2 weeks still. Obviously, not counted.
Koulibaly is fast though, isn't it? I would imagine Russell Martin looked at him and thinking, "What a player! He's so fit and he's so fast." Yeah,
he is. He's aggressive.
That this shows how idiotic our previous managers have been. You know, they've let this guy go out when he's obviously a pretty decent player.
Well, like Tom said about Braybrook on loan, Tom was screaming for Braybrook to be brought back in January. So yeah, a lot of these players have been wasted, and you got to say that because we were saying, is it the players, is it the manager? But the managers have mismanaged, haven't they?
Yeah.
Cifuentes didn't do what he said he was going to do, and Russell Martin seems to be doing what he says he's going to do.
Right. Well, the players are coming back out. I'm off to go next door. I'll see you two later. I will see you guys at full time. Thank you very much indeed. I've got to say, what a lovely bite of sausage that is. Here we go. Oh dear. Oh.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe if I said that wasn't planned. You wouldn't believe it, would you? But we're going now. We're about to kick off. Leicester are in their blue and white. Leicester are... Oh, excuse me. Oh, my God. It was nice. So I don't know if there's been any changes at half-time, but do you know we kick off? And they are now kicking from left to right. I'm just going to shut the door. There we go. I have to say, I'd like to go and eat now, but I can't. Oh dear. 0-0. King. Uber Eats. Dear what, Uber Eats is never as good as that. Never. It's a variation of meats. I think the gherkins, but the gherkins are. I don't know if they are gherkins. I'm not sure what they are. But they're freezing cold. But no, they're so nice. Such nice neighbours to have. Anyway, so it's on the left side. That did tickle me. I thought she was going to put it down here. When she walked behind and put it up there, I thought, oh no, Leicester skip boots it as an up and under to clear it now. Actually, I'm just going to have a look and see if there's any substitutions at all. No, apart from the Ben Nelson one, which obviously we know about. So Luke Thomas is back to central. Well, he's still at central defence. And Koulibaly gone from light. He said from right to right midfield to left back. So a lot of teams these days do like these utility players. I went for 1-1 or 1-0 to Genoa. But that first half, so Genoa, who are coming, I don't think they've made any substitutions either, according to the website anyway. Played into the box. It is over everybody. So I think Genoa have made changes. They've made they're all coming up now. Frank Stoltz is on for Justin Bilo, and Stefano Sabelli is on for Mikel Elliston. Oh, Jake Evans there, who played it through for Dakova Reed, and we do get a corner off that. So I'm still laughing at that. So Thomas, 7th corner, all the way through, and wasted in a way. Sniper, it's only on, as far as I know, it is only on LCFC.com, and you have to pay, £5-6. So Leicester win the ball. Leicester lose the ball. Genoa keep the ball. Genoa give a foul away. Cullen isn't looking too bad. I think what got me with Cullen is that we're saying about calling him a forward or a striker. And to me, a forward. There you go then. Don't put it in the chat, because I'll get into trouble if you do, Ben. I mean, you have to say, once they've got their full strength team out, Serie A side, you think that, yes, they would beat Leicester? Oh, nearly making a mess of it. Can Leicester keep hold of it? We do. On the halfway line. Koulibaly there. Seems strange to see him back there now. It's confusing a little bit. Yeah, it's only because YouTube can be obviously very touchy with that sort of thing. Oh, can Leicester win it back? Leicester lost it. Oh, they're giving away a free kick now. I mean, the best one for me that we've been linked with is Don Ballard, but look, they've already had a £4 million offer turned down. We have just got 5.5 for Suter, so maybe that money could be used. But how much of the sales money is Martin going to get to actually spend, and how much of it is going into the accounting pot? That's what we don't know. But I don't think we'll get Ballard. I think he's looking to go up a league to the Championship. But, you know, they might look at Leicester and go, well, this is a team that should be in the Championship. Who knows? Who knows? Of course, we did have that behind closed doors friendly earlier at Seagrave when we played. Oh, hang on. They're giving the ball away. Oh, Cullen has another shot. That was wide. It was wide, but at least they had a shot. At least they had a shot. How often last season did we just say, just have a shot, somebody, please? But Genoa did give it away. Skip finds him with a through ball, but unfortunately he was wide. I mean, somebody said Steve, I think it was saying that we might not even play with the striker. We might go with a false 9. Yes, we will. We have. And I think getting Cullen in from Swansea and Chaplin in at Ipswich, I think that shows that. If we don't go up this season, we might not be such an... Oh, Coverreed with a lovely ball to Steffi Mavididi, but he's up against 4. He's looking... Has he got help? No, well, he has now. Chips it into the box. Oh, but it's cleared. Fortunately, Steffi had nobody. I can't blame Steffi for that one. I know I usually do, but he had nobody up with him, and he had 4 defenders back. He had nowhere to go. And by the time Leicester players had got up with him, there was even more Swansea, what am I saying? Even more Girona players back. Nil-nil as it stands at the moment. So in fact, Genoa made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. I think we got 11. I think we got all 11. Yeah, all 11 players changed for Girona. So it's a different second string to those that started the first half. Nine corners we've had to their 1. 65% possession to Leicester as it stands at the moment. And we've had 13 efforts to their 1. 6 of ours were on target. They've not had 1 on target yet. So read into that what you will. But we are, one way we are winning is the yellow cards. Of course, we have got 2 yellow cards, which I think both of them were unnecessary. But as in, I don't think there were yellow cards. So they've changed 11. We haven't changed any at the moment. Leicester gave it away there. Just looking to see if there's any news on Ben Nelson. And there isn't at the moment. So Leicester with Evans on the out wide on the right. Plays it short and nearly played his teammate into a bit of trouble there. But Leicester managed to keep hold of it with Baybrook. Oh, did that play off the referee? Let's have a look because it fell nicely for the Italians, Genoa, but Caleb Bacoli gets in the way there. But that came off the referee. That should have been a drop ball. Naughty, Mr. Referee. No, apparently it's a goal kick. I thought it was a corner. Oh dear, excuse me, guys. Thomas plays the ball forward, but the player who played it to lost it. I'm going to say Genoa coming a bit more into the game now, probably slightly on top. So it's a foul to Genoa, halfway inside their own half. Of course, Genoa are now kicking from left to right. We've got Leicester kicking, obviously, therefore, right to left. Otherwise, as I always say, it'd be a very one-sided game. An hour gone, 0-0. Oh. That was an effort there, but again, it was well wide from the head of the Genoa play. It was a good cross in. The guy had lots of time before Joseph went out to close him down, but it was as wide as the 6-yard box. Yeah, they are a football and cricket club. Genoa Football and Cricket Club. Yeah, you got to pay to go on to LCFC.com, Luke. Again, Leicester get the ball away. So they're just walking the ball forward. Not sure what. Is this a free kick to Genoa? I think it is. Yes, it is. Quickly taken short, about 2 foot. Oh, the ball goes all the way through there. Leicester make a bit of a mess of it, and the Genoa player plays it out. So almost equal with the penalty box on the far side. It'll be a throw into Leicester in Leicester's half. It is not looking bad at the moment, is it, Nate? I have to say I agree with you. The Italians are enjoying themselves a little bit. Fair play to them, making more noise than the Leicester fans. They're doing the family stand, which is a bit strange to see away fans. But Leicester giving the ball away now. Genoa break down their left, our right. But they're held up and it goes all the way back. Did they get a free kick? No, because they keep holding the ball. But the Genoa player is down. Oh, and again they're offside. Yeah. It's I can say it's not going to be in the top 10 of exciting pre-season games. This Leicester back to playing it around the back. Ends up with Stilarchik. It's all right if you're going to do this, as long as you do something with it. And at the moment, we've had about 20 passes, and we've not even. Well, we've got space to go forward. So, 64 minutes gone. Leicester have kind of lost. Well, let's have a look. Oh, that's got to be no free kick there. And then he gets a free kick for that. Come on, Mr. Referee. But yeah, Leicester kind of, we've not made any changes. Obviously, what we've got to consider is that this is a whole new 11. And therefore, because it's a whole new 11, it's they're obviously going to be a lot fitter. Good defending by Luke Thomas in the centre-back position there. Stop the ball going through. But again, I think the guy would have been offside. Evans now. Oh, but I must admit, I think if you put him and Luke Thomas next to each other, brothers from other mothers. Koulibaly on this left-hand side. And we have to remember that these are pre-season. You know, it's although I would have liked to have seen something resembling our starting 11. You know, it is all about fitness. Surely we've got to start the 11 against Northampton that will be starting against Notts County. Tried to play it through there, but it comes off a. Did he keep that in? Girona? No, it's gone out for a Leicester throw. Not sure what's happening. There was 2 balls on the pitch. Oh, Divockova Reed loses it. A bit of confusion there at the throw-in. We did have 2 balls on at one time. So we lost the ball, and they're just outside the penalty box here. Genoa. And they get it in. They do. But Stolarczyk was down. Very easy save for him, but he did what he had to do. It was across the box on the ground, and he went down and collected it. Here we go, back to playing out from playing around at the back again. But I haven't been. The last game I went to at the KP was the Atletico Madrid quarter-final second leg of the Champions League. That's the last time I've been to the King Power. Been to Wembley. I've been to Wembley. When I had a season ticket, Ant reminded me then, I thought I was in 4, but we were actually in 3. So it was a nice position to be behind the goal. Now, Genoa, 1-0. I mean, it was easy. Not offside this time. But it is Genoa 1, Leicester City 0. There you go, guys. And this is Leicester all over, isn't it? Looking good to conceding. Now, how can we do about against this? Now we're 1-0 down. Colombo scored. He's done well since he left the police force. Now, Sam Smodic has gone to Derby County on loan. There's a player I would have liked when we got him before. So let me just update the score here. Yeah, I've got to say, the guy that's commentating here, I've got to say, we are tired because they made 11 changes. So 71 minutes, and with the only change we've made is due to the injury. And their goal for Genoa, a scored by Lorenzo Colombo. Left-footed shot from outside the box to the centre of the goal, assisted by Ethan Maitri. So Leicester are playing these little triangles again and give the ball away. No, we get a free kick. Fair play, referee. Collins went down. Yep, so they changed all 11. Now, I'm going to be surprised if we don't make any changes. So, hadn't lost, and now it looks like we could be losing 2 in one day. 1-0 Genoa, 72 minutes gone. Oh, that was a bad ball through. Otherwise, it could have been on for 2. I don't have a car anymore, Monty. I'm retired, so I'm on a pension. I think I did have a season ticket. I might have had a season ticket after that. Oh, there's no dates on it. Now, this is SK4, so I must have had one after that. Yeah, because I used to come up with my boss, because he was a Leicester fan. And he used to drive up one week, I drove up the other week. But that time I still had the car. Monty, that would be absolutely lovely. Thank you. Like I say, I had the season ticket for The Great Escape. And I used to go up every week with my son. And he, and of course, I live for. Oh, hang on. LTiDtv. Thought Baybrook may have had a shot then, but he didn't. He's got it back now. He's one that definitely one for the future. Then 1-2s with LTiDtv. Yeah, we're into the last 15 here. So I had one, like I said earlier, for The Great Escape. Our son then went off to uni. And I think I just said, it wasn't good not to go with anybody. There's a long drive up from the south coast on your own. And then I found out my boss was a Leicester fan and a season ticket holder, which is something. I say my boss. I mean, I worked for the local paper. I was in sales. He was the editor, so we never really crossed paths. But yeah, we ended up going regularly, I think, for a season. So one of these tickets, it doesn't say what season it's for. But yeah, I do miss it. But I was able to get a ticket when we beat. No, we didn't. When we I can't get my words out. When we were presented with the Premier League trophy, thanking very much to Alan Birchnell's son Dean, I managed to get a ticket. Now, Braybrook. Oh wow. Oh, Divock what a drive there from Braybrook, and Divock Reed. Oh, I don't know what he was trying to do there. He tried to get it to Mavididi, but it was just too hard for him. That was a good run there, though, from Tammy Braybrook. Either way, could go either way. We're probably on top at the moment, but we've just given the ball away again. Oh, Koulibaly nearly caught out, but did well. But I mean, this playing out from the back, please, guys. Paul in Dorset, so it's quite a way away. Nobody's passing really, because if you're passing, you're coming from the sea. Braybrook, the crowd urging him to shoot. Oh, Evans there! What a shot on his left foot, and it was the goalkeeper had to save. The goalkeeper hadn't got his hand to that. That would have been 1-1. Yeah, it was a good effort. Good effort. So it's a corner. Yeah, another one. And kind words there, Monty. So corner comes in. It's a Coney! Oh. I thought that had gone in. The fans thought it had gone in. And Coney went up and it was side netting. I mean, that was. Oh. Yeah, it was probably the best effort in the second half. I would agree with the commentator there. There'll be a change in a second. Yeah, Thomas has had a good game. Be interesting to see where the man of the match is going to go from everybody. I noticed though Martin's not going for the well, obviously he hasn't gone for the 11 changes. So maybe some of these players are in his thoughts. Now we get a free kick there. Dakova Reed is coming off. And Ochiri, he's coming on. So he's got a few goals this campaign, remember? So Ochiri on 80 minutes. 20 to go. Leicester playing just one pass too many there. Please, guys, do click that like button. It really does help. Wow. Hi, Jason. How you doing, mate? Jaden Joseph doing well there. Wow. Yes, they are, Ant. Indeed, they are second favourites after us. I'm not sure I can. We're calling it the Good Ship Pistol League, which is what Steve was calling it. Is a corner though for Genoa. It's gone in. Is that another corner? Yes, it is. Second corner, same side, on the far side. And they are kicking left to right, obviously, Genoa. Oh, it's a shot. Oh, no. Couple of shots there from Genoa, but neither of them are actually were towards the goal. That was the header, which is LTiDtv takes it. Now, Mavrididi, he did, in fairness, he didn't do badly there. He didn't do badly. 7 minutes. I'm surprised we've not seen more substitutions from Leicester City. Are actually beating themselves here. I'm going to have another piece of sausage because, let me tell you, the sausage is absolutely delicious. Braybook, I mean, he just took the ball there, cut it out. The difference for me in this game is the fact that they changed the whole 11 at half time. Again, another ball not going quite through for Leicester. Genoa can break down this right hand side now. It's 3 against 3. Oh, Stolarczyk. He saved it. He did go down and save it. Leicester haven't got it clear yet, though. Koulibaly doing well. Mavididi isn't and didn't. Down into the last 4 minutes now. Can you believe, everybody? Can you believe this time next week the season kicks off? I know it's the Carabao Cup, but that's part of the season. Season is kicking off. Offside again for Genoa. They have had a lot of offsides. Now, can Leicester? No, not like that. They can't. Oh, no, I don't know. I thought it was a free kick there, but might have handballed it. But Leicester keep possession. Mavididi plays it back, cuts inside. If we do get a draw, it'll be no more than Leicester deserve, but they're not going to do anything. Oh! Oh, Ottery right at the end. What was their goalie playing? I thought their goalkeeper had that ball covered. Yeah, they're just saying then, I've got to say, whoever's commentating here, he did force the goalkeeper to make the mistake. But yeah, forced the goalkeeper into making a mistake. Nate, I do hope that's not a spoiler. I'd hate to have to kick you. So we are literally 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Our teacher causing troubles as well. Pretty much the same as the first half up there. You got to look at the fact and say that Ben Nelson went off. Nelson went off, and Dakova Reed's gone off. Evans has come on, and Ocheri has come on. Apart from that, it's the 11 that we started with. And we've got a chance here, Leicester. Mavididi. Oh, I think there maybe he should have gone on to. I see that, Nate. Sorry, mate. I apologise. I'm on my own today for the match, so it's kind of hard to follow. I please accept my apologies. It's kind of hard to keep up, and of course, timings are different all over the world. Of course, we're literally now 10 seconds to the 90. Coley doing well there. 1 minute added time. I don't think it's going to make a lot of difference, to be honest with you. Yeah, the second half, I think, was, as always, like I said, when they made their 11 changes and we didn't make any, you're thinking, this is going to go one way. maybe from this free kick, we might just... Oh. Bit of argy-bargy there. Handbags at dawn. We'll discuss that afterwards, Andreas, in the post-match. So Baybrook with the free kick. Chipped into the box. Too close to the keeper. Oh. There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlefolk. That is the full-time whistle. And from not having lost a game in 5, we lose 2 in a day. What do you make of that? Well, we will be finding out with my colleagues in a second because it's finished 1-0. So bear with me, guys, and I will get them in. And while I'm doing that... Thank you very much. Do come again.
Brilliant, Chris. Do you know what? That sort of song we needed, that sort of song that Wimbledon would be playing with their Ghetto Blaster back in the day, wasn't it?
It was. Never knew it tasted like that. No. Anyway, so just had another piece of sausage. Read into that what you will. 2 losses in a day. We can't talk about the one this morning. And look, let's go straight into the second half, because it was always going to be... They made the 11 changes at half time. They said, right, that 11 coming off, there's another 11 coming on. There were always going to be more for it. They were bloody fitter. We didn't make a change until about the 80th minute. Would you agree with that, Wayne?
Yeah, and when you mentioned about how fit are these, they don't. I think it's like the Spanish league; they don't kick off till August 22nd, so they're still quite early in their sort of pre-season, like the Spanish team was. But yeah. Look, these are top opposition that we're playing. That's the bottom line. And when they made all the subs, like when Malaga made all the subs, they came out and kind of hit us. We shocked us a bit, and they did come out that way. But then we got back in control. You know, the guy, that's the difference. The guy took that goal really well. He's just showing a replay of it. He took it really well. He got in front of the defender, got in front of Akole. Stilarczyk, he nutmegged Stilarczyk actually. But yeah, so I'd say that's a good outing. You know, I'm not disappointed with that game.
I half listened to you only because I was out the room, Clibbo, but I heard you say at half time you thought it was a good half. I mean, losing 1-0 is nothing to be ashamed of in that game against that opposition, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, clearly he wanted to get some more fitness into the guys' legs. They are behind, you know, Genoa are behind, obviously, in their fitness. Although they've played 4 pre-season games, so it's not like they've not had a good few workouts.
Yeah.
I thought technically we matched them for large parts of the game, which is very encouraging. One thing I will say is that we are lacking somebody who knows where the onion bag is. And I definitely think that's the missing piece.
The onion bag.
Oh, the onion bag.
Yes.
I thought there could have been more opportunities. I was massively frustrated with LTiDtv today. He was getting on my nerves, and that's the politest way I can put it.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, really getting on my nerves. Pissing me off, actually, is the word probably the more accurate word. Again, just doing too much. Plenty of opportunity to put the ball in. So again, if you had anybody in position, they kind of wasted their runs. But I mean, overall, you have to say we were the better team over the 90 minutes, and I thought it was a really, really good workout. Put some more fitness into the lads' legs, and I think job done. I'm not too I don't like to lose anything.
No.
I don't like to lose at tiddlywinks. So I'm not pleased about that. But at the end of the day, it was a really good run out. I think I got my 4.99's worth, and I'm happy. And do you know, if that was the first, okay, I'd put a cherry in from the start. If that was the starting lineup for League One for the first game of the season, I wouldn't be too disappointed.
No, for me, I wouldn't have Bobby Reid anywhere near it, to be honest with you, and probably LTiDtv. But apart from that, yeah, I've got to say, look, do you know what? There was it 16th last season? Let's just have a look. I can tell you where they
16th
were
or
last
17.
season. Yeah, 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. Won 10, lost 17. We all know, unfortunately, it was Cremose that went down. Cremose with Jamie. And they are in Serie A. Now, you know, the gap between an Italian Serie A side and a English League One side is massive. This was always going to be a difficult game. But Wayne, like I've just said to Clibbo, the guys didn't show themselves up.
No, and I'm watching the match and thinking, oh my God, Braybrooks played against, the Liga 2 side, the Liga 1 side, Serie A side. You're thinking, Jake Evans comes on, looks brilliant. Small time he got, and you look at the players and you're thinking, JJ, we don't look phased. We look completely like we deserve to be there. And I think that as a mental, that's what I take from this game. These lads have played against top sports people, and they've not been found wanting. I'm sorry that last season, how many teams, like we've got Belgian internationals that absolutely look like donkeys and look like they completely hadn't got tactical awareness, spatial awareness. And these lads are playing like that. So if I'm Russell Martin, it'd be interesting to hear his post-match interview because he's got to be buzzing after that game.
Don't you listen to him, Wout. Don't you listen to the horrible man. I can't get it back on now. That's always a problem. I've said that a few times. I mean, Sheffield Wednesday, they had a Sheffield Wednesday fan in earlier, and they lost 4-0 the other day, and they're second favourites to go up. So, like I say, there's probably more positive than negatives to take out of this. And I think if we were playing a League One team, I think we'd have probably got something from that game. I mean, Clibbo, I'm just looking at the stats here, and we had 64.5% possession to their 35.5. We had 15 shots to their 8, 7 on target to their 3, 10 corners to their 3, 660 accurate passes to their 340. Those are match-winning stats in League One, are they not?
Well, they're match-winning stats in the Championship, no League One. I think you're underplaying it, Chris. I actually think that we dominated the match for large parts, and in my eyes, all right, I will caveat that and say that what I'm about to say, but we saw the best and the worst of that system. The worst of it was the goal. I'm suspicious that it was an offside, and it potentially been offside had we been playing a proper game. And we've seen that's where we'll lose the odd game or two next season or this season. But in terms of keeping the ball going, we're going to absolutely knacker teams out. And for me, I think that's a mid-table championship all day long team. And therefore, I'm still very much in the middle of the Mediterranean on the HMS Pistol League.
That was my next question. Wayne, do you think that the fact that we didn't make the changes, did that surprise you? I mean, we made 2 changes and one of those was because of an injury.
Well, it did initially, and Jim was saying, why can't he make changes? Because they came out, and obviously they got some good players like Malaga did in the last match. And like Jim says, I says, why do you think he's not making changes? Jim says, well, maybe he's testing the players, see what they're about, test the fitness, test the mental resolve. It's interesting when Brady-Brook we lost control of the midfield, and then we got the goal, and then we seemed to give a head to wobble and get back on course. But just with regards to what Clibbo said and Andres, we need a striker, agreeing with you, Clibbo, I don't see that as a negative. I see this game, if it highlights what we need, and the fact that we only lost 1-0 to, we lost a central defender, we shuffled things around, a bit miscommunication in the middle, and he just took it really well. So that's the difference between a top striker and somebody like, we haven't got a striker, because they'll just, like Mavididi, has a break, runs into 4 players brick wall, and then he loses attack. Whereas he sniffed a chance and he took the chance and he scored a goal. That's the only difference between the teams, as Clipper says. So I don't see that as a negative. I see that as a positive, identifying your weakness and what we need to strengthen. And that apart, I'd say it's a pretty faultless performance, to be honest.
I agree completely.
Clibbo, 2 yellow cards. Nelson before he went off, and Skip. I thought they weren't. I thought that referee was being a bit pedantic there.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, for me, in a game that, for all intents and purposes, it means nothing, does it? It just needs somebody who's, essentially, the referee is the manager of the game. All he needs to do is be a manager. Pull them aside, say, look, lads, you want to start the season. Let's not have any injuries. Come on, I don't want to get the yellow card out. That's all it needs to be. I don't like to see yellow cards in pre-season. I don't mind seeing a red one if it's really reckless. But it's just daft. It's just daft. And I think he could have managed the situation better.
No, I would agree with you. I've not heard anything about Nelson yet, how bad that is. He was at least up on his feet. He didn't need although having said that, he only had didn't have far to walk, did he? But Clibbo, I think, do you think that, or did it look like he's going to be out for a while? I know Ant in the chat said, well, at least he won't be leaving now, which was like an Indian giver.
Well, it depends which way you look at it, because if we need to sell him to bring players in, then that's bad. And also, he was captain tonight, so maybe he's in Russell Martin's plans, so that's bad as well. My initial thoughts are it's a dead leg, a dead knee, which I don't know, how much football you've played, but if you get a dead knee, if it comes in from the side, just to the side of the patella, it's a bit of a pain, and it's very difficult to shake off in a 5-minute spell on the sidelines. Yeah, that's my initial. Just looking at how it was in the replay, how he was tackled. But I do think, I'm always looking at these players thinking, they're made of glass. You know what it's like to play on a Sunday afternoon, Wayne. You see those kind of things happening all the time. You have to just get up. All right, he's a multi-million-pound player, and we can't afford to lose assets because of a friendly. But I do sometimes think to myself, they're just so fit that one little tiny bang puts them out.
I always used to joke and say, I'd love to see these footballers go and play a game of rugby. Well, they wouldn't last 5 minutes, would they? I mean,
Well, all the bitching around the referee, they get a forearm
I
smash
wouldn't
for
get that, yeah. But I mean, look, it's like at the World Cup, how many bookings were given for standing on somebody's foot? When has been standing on somebody's foot a foul? It wasn't. If they weren't wearing these fucking pansy pink football boots, they get them
And shin pads that are about the size of a postage stamp.
yeah, and socks that actually didn't have holes in them. But look, what I want to do.
The problem is with those boots, Chris, is that they don't protect the metatarsal.
No.
And I think that Adidas, Nike, and all the rest of them need to come up with something better. If they're going to make lighter boots, you do see a lot more of these metatarsal injuries. I mean, it happened to Wayne Rooney, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, we didn't know what it was until then.
Yeah.
Do you know what's interesting on that, Clibbo? I used to go like mountain bike racing, did things like that. And there, I used to go over on me, and you can get this stuff called G-Shock. You've seen it? And basically, it's like a turtle's all different segments, and it's soft. And as soon as it goes impact, it goes rock hard. So they drop a tablet from an helicopter, it's fine. You get them on your knees and arm pads. So they should be able to have that technology in football.
Yeah.
So they're soft, and then at point of impact, because motorbikers, airbags don't, in the suit. So get on it, Clibbo. Get an inventing. Yeah.
What I want to do, see you on Dragon's Den, mate. What I want to do is just with each of you go through a few of the players. So I'll give you throw one at a time to you and give me your thoughts. Wayne, I'll start with you. Jaden Joseph, I'll tell you what, that guy's got an engine on him.
Yeah, I was really upset when different people talking about JJ starting instead of Aluko, but every time you watch him, he just doesn't do anything wrong. No. Literally don't do anything wrong. And we've come from a season where our defenders mostly did things wrong. Poor passing, poor positioning, panic play. And like I said, against Malaga, he was left on his own with a brilliant JJ.
Yeah. I've got to say, Clibbo, when you just go off camera then, I don't know who your girlfriend is, but she's a bit of a dog.
I'd rather have my dog, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think Wayne's quite worked out what I was referring to there.
I do, yeah.
Well, it's a dog, And I love Joseph. He's got those runs in him. He gets the ball. Reminds me a little bit of oh God, I can't even say his name now. Soyuncu. Is that how do you say it? Somebody help me. Soyuncu. Reminds me of Soyuncu when he goes on those runs. Clibbo,
he had that shot as well, didn't he? Had that shot from outside the box.
Made the goalkeeper work. Clibbo, your thoughts on Thomas?
Yeah, solid.
Good crosses in as well, wasn't he?
I thought he was very effective at what he did today. He looked more assured. He looked more confident. I don't know what's happened. I think Martin's obviously seen, because he's always had potential. Let's give the boy some credit. He's always had some potential. I think he's been managed very poorly.
Yes.
He was put in at the wrong time in a very difficult situation. But maybe he's come in and gone, right, I want you to do this, this, and this. He's not doing the long throws. So, but last season, towards the back end of the season, he was using his ability to cross a ball to good effect. And it was one of the positive things to come out the back end of the season. This season, he's taking the corners, and 95% of them were going into dangerous areas and should have produced goals. So had we had somebody who was a little sharper in front of goal today, I think we could have had 2 or 3 goals, largely based on the set plays from Thomas.
Yeah.
But he was assured defensively as well.
He was. I think it was Matt Elliott, or the guy that was commentating, said he was the one that was getting the crosses in on that one. Wayne, look, Skip, I think is going to go. I'd love to keep him, but it's just his money, so we'll leave him aside. So let me talk to you about, and we mentioned it earlier, but Koulibaly. We've got to try and hold on to this guy, haven't we?
Yeah, it's one of the biggest head scratches of mine in the last few years. You know, his debut was brilliant. He played on the left. He was left wing. He was coming into the centre and midfield. His ability to have the ball, stay on the ball, shield the ball, physically strong enough. He's aggressively fast. He's strong in the tackle, and he's got a really good touch on him. And when I watched him playing that game, I'm thinking, where is he gone? And why is he gone? And what the hell's happening? He was one of those players, and he's just one of those, and he comes back in, and all of a sudden, there he is, Koulibaly. Like you said, what he's been, as Clibbo said, he's been mismanaged. That is criminal mismanagement, that is.
100%. I mean, to go, I think you said it at half time, Clibbo, to go from right midfield to left back, there's not often you can see a player that does that. Again, he may have to be one that is a sellable asset, and he may have to go, but God, I hope we can keep him because he's really, really impressed. Look, Clibbo, my monger, or one of my mongers, Sammy Baybrook. Again, to be honest with you, and we'll come to man of the matches at the moment, if I had to pick one player that has impressed me, and obviously I've only seen the highlights of the first 3 games, but one player that's impressed me throughout all pre-season for Leicester, it's this guy, Sammy Baybrook.
Incredible. I was saying to Wayne during the break, I watched him as a very young player before his injuries, and I was massively impressed with him. Him and Alves, obviously they got injured sort of together, really, didn't they?
Yeah.
And it was always touch and go whether he was going to come back from that kind of injury. And I think today he showed that he is well above the level that he's going to be playing next season. I believe if you can do that against that kind of opposition, the Championship would be easy for him. He's got the potential to be very good. I think there's the chance that he's going to break down, but then again, last season he played a full season.
Yeah.
So, he's proved that whatever healing has needed to happen, he's managed a full season. And let's face it, a league full of hod carriers that'll break your legs. So everybody was impressed with him at both clubs that he was at last season. And I have to say, he's a sellable asset. So we need to be very careful.
Yes, we have got to be careful that we don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. These players that we are selling.
Which is why Clibbo says and others, we've got to get up this season because they will not want to be playing next season in League One.
Yeah, no, I 100%. Mr. Cullen, Wayne, new striker. Touch sometimes let him down, but look, this was the first game and his first game with the new with his new teammate. So wasn't really expecting a lot. I have to say, I was reasonably impressed with him. The thing that I was against Cullen when we signed him was the fact that everybody's calling him a striker. Well, some papers are calling him a striker. Some people are calling him a forward. I hate that word forward because Mavadidi's not a forward, he's a winger. Fatu wasn't a forward, he was a winger. But the club put him down as forwards. And I immediately, for me, think forward, centre forward, goal scorer. I don't think he's going to be that. I think we will still need a striker of some form. But what did you think of him? He had an effort, didn't he?
Well, one thing I will say, I don't agree with calling forwards, but Fatui was far more of a forward than Mavididi was last season. 11 goals and 7 assists, something? Mavididi, no, nothing. Yeah, it's like when Connor Chaplin first came, he struggled with connections, didn't he? So when midfielders, when's he going to make his run, all that sort of thing, and that needs to develop. But One thing I did, it's hard. So when you're on live at a match, you can watch a play and see what runs they make. When it's on television, you can't really see those when they go off camera. But I did notice a few times Cullen was making a lot of darting runs in between the defenders, but he wasn't getting the ball. So that's not on him. That's just whether the players behind him will deliver the ball. But like with
he's got no understanding with anybody else on that pitch at the moment, has he?
No, that's it. But that's something that will come. But at least he's making the runs. You know, that's the thing. You've got to make the runs.
Very hard worker off the ball. Yeah. Very.
And does he like to get a shot off?
Yes, he had a shot, didn't he? He did have a shot. Yeah. I have to say, and I think it was Tom maybe that mentioned this, but him and Chaplin, what we're getting is players with the right attitude. Yes. You know, we're getting rid of the winks and that sort of player with the wrong attitude. We're getting players in with the right attitude.
Like are you?
Don't. We nearly went, look, we went 1 hour, no, 3 hours, 1 minute and 2 seconds without mentioning his name. And I'm going to start fining you now, you guys. I'm going to start, every time you mention the A word, you're gonna get a pound charge, Mum. No, I'll probably make it 5 to make it worth me while. Look, one player I want to go hasn't gone, is still here. I just don't know what he brought to this match today, and that was Bobby Dakova-Reid, Clibbo.
I think he tried hard. I just don't think he's the kind of player that's gonna. We're not going to get the best out of him in this system. He's quite old school. I think, you know, there is potential for him to come on late on, and I don't know. I don't know where his best position is. He's never going to be playing number 10. We may be keeping him on the bench as an emergency 9 if the system suits. I don't know. I didn't really see anything that made me think he should be starting, which is a shame. He's a nice guy, and I did think last season, you know, maybe he'll be good for us next season. But having seen how the system is playing out, there's better players, there's more technical players that we've got there at the club. Sorry, I'm boring you, Chris.
That's well, I didn't like to say anything, mate. But yeah. On Saturday, get used to it. On Saturdays, I've been up at 6 o'clock because I have to do the morning radio show, the breakfast show. And by now, I'm normally in bed by now because I'm up at 6 again tomorrow. But yeah, no, I agree. For me, he basically, if we can't get rid of him, and I doubt we can, he's a player that comes on for the last 10 minutes just to bring a bit of experience if we, you know, if we're holding on or something. Look, I mean, Cherry didn't really have much time to impress, although Wayne, he did actually he did force the goalkeeper into a mistake.
He did. He's quick. What's that, Clippo?
With his hand. He pushed it with his hand.
Yeah.
Look, if Maradona can do it.
Yeah, exactly. I do like a Cherry. You know, he's mobile, he's quick, he's aggressive. And there's one move, talking about Dakova-Reid, he actually did a back pass and killed the attack, basically. But a Cherry, he looks forward and he does want to score. And he scored more goals and, you know, what a great pre-season. So it's going to be interesting because we do need a striker. But he's better than Daka and Ayew even now, isn't he? Even now, he's better than those. So, and I do think he'll get chances.
And there's a song for him already. I've got a song in mind. I'm trying to think of some lyrics for it. The Cherry O Baby by...
yes.
Very, very good. Lastly, Clibbo, I was shouting for this guy last season. sometimes I was shouting for him that much I didn't even get his name right. Jake Evans. I mean, he had a shot off as well. I mean, why he didn't start and Reed did, I don't know. Quiet game. He was on for the second, after the injury. What did you think of Evans?
Well, I work with somebody who I do who's a Northampton season ticket holder, and he said to me he's really aggressive for a young lad. He's really aggressive, and he's not bothered about big men. He'll take them down. He'll work and push and be threatening.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh really? You know, he's quite a young lad, and well, he was very young. He said, no, he's a man. You know, he plays like a man. And what I witnessed tonight was somebody that is definitely not going to be afraid to play in this league, and not afraid of anyone. And I think he lost the ball and got it back immediately. That was his first priority. I'm going to get that back. And that is something that, you know, when one player sees another player do that, it spreads. I thought he was composed. I thought he did that little sort of cut back, nice shot, good save. And I think if you played him, he would do that for your 90 minutes. Not sure he's going to get that place on the right. I did initially hear that he was potentially going to be sent back out on loan, which I think would be criminal. Personally, I think he'd be an asset to the matchday squad.
Oh, I do as well. He knows where the net is, you know. Now, you know what I have liked, and I've written down here 3 names, and I cannot remember last season once writing 3 names that might be man of the match. I was struggling at time to get 1 name down to be man of the match.
Was Donkey of the match, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We had the ham sandwich, didn't we? Towards the end.
Yeah.
I don't know whether to bring that back this season or not. But the fact that I've had to write 3 down, and I'm thinking, bloody hell, that's great. Because, like I say, I don't think I did it once last season were that bad. Look, the 2 that didn't quite make it for me, I was Jaden Joseph. I thought he played really, really well and had those runs forward. Koulibaly, I thought, look, we've got to try and hold on to this guy for me. And just the way that, you know, he went to left back, he is a utility player. But I think, you know, he had a really, really, really good game. But my man of the match, I've got to give it to this guy. And look, I know, like I said earlier, he's my Monga. But I'm personally going to give it to Braybrook because I thought he was everywhere. And that's the thing with him. It's like, look, is that Skip? Because they've obviously both got light hair. And, no, it's Braybrook. What's he doing there? So my man of the match goes to Sammy Braybrook. Wayne?
Yeah, I was going to say Braybrook.
You still can.
When you get midfielders in the defending, they're in the midfield controlling, and they're in the box. That's what a central midfielder ought to be doing.
Yeah.
I'd say Koulibaly, to be honest, because I like him. I think he was really mistreated.
He liked you. I think last time I spoke to him, he said, I like that, Wayne.
I did, yeah. No, I was completely dumbfounded why he didn't get in the squad. It's just great that he's still here. And apparently all the players buy into what Russell Martin's doing, and even as fans are buying into it. So I hope he stays. And we don't want too many utility players, but isn't it healthy to have a lot of players that can play in a lot of different positions? And 100%. All these players, to me, seem confident in what they're doing, which wasn't the case last year.
Yeah. Although, and I'm going to quote Clibbo on here, that, of course, they are all playing for the fact that, you know, the win bonus this year isn't that they're going to get any money or anything like that. They do get to have a quick look at Russell Martin's wife's tits. That wasn't me, everybody. That wasn't me. That was the gentleman in red there who said that.
It's a throwaway comment. I don't mean anything. I'm not misogynistic or anything like that. I don't actually. I don't rate it, to be honest.
Throwaway text.
Is that a tea bag appreciation? PG tips.
Yes.
Clibbo, are you going to go for a third different one, or are you going to go down on one side between me and Wayne?
There's a joke there, but I'm not going to say it.
Please don't.
No, I am going to go with Braybrook purely because I think whatever happened that was good generally came from his movement and allowed other players that space and time. His awareness on that pitch is, I would say, leagues above where he's supposed to, where he's going to be playing. We're just lucky that he's enthusiastic about playing for Leicester.
Yeah.
The only issue I see with Braybrook is that if we rely on that too much and he gets injured, we could be in with problems, because I don't think there's another player at the club that can do that to the level that he can.
I mean, just
said that. Yeah, it's the speed of thought. It's getting the ball, and the defensive player is still thinking about what's going to happen, and he's gone.
Yeah,
already. So he's gaining a yard just by thinking.
Yeah,
and I think that's fantastic. Somebody can dribble with a ball, and it's like going back to the 80s and 90s. I love it.
And he's the sort of guy that will unlock defences, isn't he?
Yeah, I today though, it showed that in the final third again, we're still missing that goal, that poacher, that it's in the right place. We're missing that.
The fox in the box. Yeah. No, I agree with you. I mean, I think all right, look, this is going to be I don't want to sort of put too much pressure on the lad, but I was watching him today, and just some of the little touches, like I say, he'd have two players on him, and he'd do a back heel and spin and leave them both for standing. And I'm looking at that thinking, I remember Keith Weller doing that.
Yeah.
Like I say, I don't want to put too much pressure on him, but yes, there we go. Guys, look, it's 10 o'clock. If we don't end now, Clibber will turn into a pumpkin. Damn, it's too late. Sorry, mate. Sorry. You said you loved it. Yes, I saw that. Pardon. Wayne Clibbo, thank you very much indeed. Guys, thank you very much for being in the chat and joining in the chat and everything. We will be back next Saturday for the Northampton Watchalong, and hopefully Tom's going to be back, so he'll have somebody decent to do the commentary for you, because I'm nowhere near up to his standard. Interestingly, Monday night at 7, we have got A2L of the opposition reviews, so we'll be looking at the opposition, the first 12, and then secondly, on the Tuesday at 7 o'clock, we'll have the M2 Z or Y, whatever it is, reviews with Tom. And then, believe it or not, we will have on Wednesday, because I think he's not going to say anything now, we're going to have his predictions about where we will all finish up in the league. He's going to put the league together. So that's all to look forward to. 7 o'clock Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. I'm trying to get Ty Kate down. Yeah, not to do a show. I'm just trying to get to tie Kate down. It's just a set of mine. No, I want to actually Kate to pick her starting 11 for the season. So to pick who she would play in and her formation as being our strongest 11 for next season. Obviously subject to new players coming in. So we'll be back Monday at 7. Wayne, thank you very much. Clibbo, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it, both of you. And thank you all for watching. And if you've been listening via podcast, whichever your favourite platform will be. Thank you for that as well. Have a good Sunday, guys. Have a good rest of the weekend. Take care.
Cheers, guys.
That's it for another show. And from all the team at Leicester Till I Die TV, thanks for watching, listening and getting involved. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss another show. Memberships are also available. Check out the link in the description below. So until next time, Foxes fans, remember, keep the faith and keep it Leicester till I die.